Hello, 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 John Mason. How is everybody? Hope you're all well. Weather's starting to warm up, and people are daring to go out more now that the coronavirus uh, vaccines are rolling out. And but still, the case numbers of infections are going up, and the deaths still occur. I'm happy as hell about the vaccines rolling out. I really do believe that we're close to the end, but that's no sign of overconfidence. It's when you're close to the goal. It's when you have to be absolutely avoid overconfidence. So keep wearing the mask and doing the social distance thing and wash your hands. Please keep doing that. And take the vaccine. I highly recommend you take the vaccine. Oh, so much terrible news going on. Where to start? There's the incident in Indianapolis where some gunman shoots up a FedEx warehouse, killing 4 people from the Sikh religion, as a religion in India. And were they targeting them? Was the guy targeting them because they were Sikhs or just a lunatic? I don't think we'll ever know. Doesn't matter. The guy had a gun with him to do the deed. We have to keep the guns away from insane, incapable, incompetent people. And then we still have the problems of police abuse. The latest one being Alan Toledo in Chicago. A body cam from a month ago, just released recently, showed the kid, 13 years old, got his hand up, no gun, and then the cops shoot him. What was that? He was ready to surrender, he didn't have the gun on him, but they shoot him anyway. And then there's the case in Brooklyn Center, Minnesota, just 10 miles from Indianapolis. No, Minneapolis. Sorry. From Minneapolis. And the cop says she thought she was going for her taser, which is on her left-hand side, but she went for the gun, which is more on her dominant right-hand side. I mean, that's what the training teaches you. Keep your gun on your dominant hand side and your taser on your weak hand side. She couldn't tell the difference? And she was a trainer of cops? A 26-year veteran? Give me a break. This is getting ridiculous. Let me be clear. I am not a cop hater or a cop basher. I've known a lot of wonderful people in the law enforcement field. And in the case of Derek Chauvin, the cop who sat on George Floyd's neck for 9 minutes and so many seconds and killed him. Even the chief of police and other police officials have turned against him, saying, "No, we don't do. That's not our standard procedure. We don't do that." Could it be that the cops are also starting to wake up? That the community, learning that community is not their enemy? Please, if that is so, let's hope it continues. And now we have the fun fact that certain pro-Trump members of Congress, like Marjorie Taylor Greene of Georgia, or else whatever planet she's from, she is one of those that's forming an American First Caucus of Trump-loving Republicans. And it's all in-your-face racism. And it's talking about sealing the borders. They're specifically talking about Mexico. I mean, they're certainly not with Canada. And honoring the certain aspects of our history, like the Confederacy, still glorifying that. And also honoring Anglo-Saxon traditions, aka white Protestant traditions. It's like Trump is out of power, but Trumpism isn't in the Republican Party. I mean, it is the Republican Party anymore. That it is our job to do our part to resist racism and sexism and homophobia and transphobia and anti-Semitism, root and branch from our society. As the First teaches us, it's not for us to finish the task, but it's not for us to refuse to take part in it. That's the task we have before us. After we finish our task on Earth, trust me, there will be another generation picking up where we left off. And they'll say, I'll do my part, and another generation will say to me, thanks, old head, we'll take it from here. And let's raise up a generation of activists and concerned young people who will eventually continue to fight and run for some or another office as a better mechanism for fighting the fight. Okay? And speaking of a fight, I wholeheartedly support and advocate the decriminalization of marijuana for recreational purposes. It all stems from racism back in the 30s and continued on with Nixon's war on drugs as a rather back-channel way of attacking minorities and anti-war activists. I mean, how much more of the war on drugs has been a back channel to attack just trying to impose a police state? There are reports that DEA agents, the Drug Enforcement Administration, which is supposed to stop the narcotics trade, has conducted surveillance on peaceful and Black Lives Matter and other anti-racism activists in certain cities, including Philadelphia. What are anti-drug agents doing surveilling peaceful protesters? Please, let's ponder that. And speaking of marijuana, it is an appropriate time for me to talk up one of my favorite stores, Hemperific. They're a little cannabis cannabis product store on 15th and Snyder in South Philadelphia. And they continue to sell fine cannabis-based products like coffee and tea and sodas and tea and gummies and other candies, even dog treats. And during the pandemic, they've been selling CBD-oriented infused hand sanitizer. Please look them up. And please check out my friend Michelle Snow, career coach extraordinaire. I highly recommend her. She is terrific in helping you further your career along and help you develop your small business with networking and encouragement. growwithsnow.com. Okay, that's the end of my rant. Don't worry, there'll be more to come. Thank you. Bye.